The New England Patriots signed quarterback Brian Hoyer on Sunday afternoon. They now have 3 quarterbacks on the roster with Hoyer, Jarrett Stidham, and Cody Kessler. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar. We have 3 QBs on the roster now. Do you think that the QB room is set? The Patriots are all done with their quarterbacks for the 2020 season.
Well, I would be pretty shocked if they didn't draft a quarterback, Sierra, but I think that we're done adding veteran players right now to the roster with the signing of Hoyer. Everybody you talk to, all my team sources are telling me that Stidham's the guy, that they want to roll with Stidham moving forward and see what they can get out of him, at least in the 2020 season, and see what they have in him before they start to get really aggressive about trading for a quarterback or trading up in a draft to draft a quarterback in the top 10 or top 15 or something like that. So before they go to that type of route, they want to see what they have with Stidham, and he's the franchise right now. So this move for Hoyer, bringing him in, obviously just adds kind of a veteran presence behind him to help him and show him the ropes. But I think that there will be a draft pick at the position because Belichick is smarter than that, to just leave it all on Stidham's lap and say that he's the only option that we're going to have in terms of a future outlook on this team. Hoyer and Kessler are certainly not future starters in this league or guys that they're looking at as franchise changers. So I would assume that they are going to draft a quarterback. My expectation is that they will go into the camp with 4 quarterbacks, the 3 that we mentioned, and an unknown draft pick at this time.
Right. And I also think Belichick isn't going to let Jarrett Stidham just kind of walk into that role. He always promotes healthy competition. So what are some names of some guys that you think that the Patriots could pick up in the draft?
Well, it's a good question. I think that right now this probably puts, just thinking about the team's outlook on Jarrett Stidham being the guy, at least for 2020, at least we're penciling him in as the starter. Let's put it that way, because I like the point you just brought up that they're not going to hand the starting job to anybody, especially a second-year quarterback. So I think that looking at some of the names, it's probably going to be a day 2 or a day 3 guy, not somebody in the first round necessarily, unless someone falls into their lap at that point at number 23. But I think the guy that I'm really looking forward to seeing how things go for him in this pre-draft process is Jalen Hurts out of Oklahoma. The quarterback mind, everything is between the ears with the quarterback often, right? A lot of these guys have the functional skills to be a good quarterback in the league, the athleticism, the arm strength, that kind of stuff. With Hurts, he is really known for being a fantastic leader and really understanding a fantastic amount of football and having a great football IQ for a young player. A lot of people project him to be a coach in the NFL or in college at some point after his playing career is over. So Hurts is a guy that I'm definitely circled on. Jake Fromm from Georgia, depending on where he goes in the draft, we're going to hear his name a lot for the Patriots as well. Another cerebral quarterback option, had a ton of control at the line of scrimmage in the Georgia offense, throws a nice ball, not exactly the biggest arm or the best accuracy, but the ball comes out of his hand nicely. His career trajectory reminds me a lot of Stidham's, where it was better early in his college career, and then his last year of tape is really the one that he struggled. Similarly to Stidham, where his Baylor tape was really good, but his Auburn tape wasn't so good. So I think that those are 2 names that you can look out for. But in terms of veteran additions, I don't think we need to talk about guys like a Jameis Winston or a Cam Newton or an Andy Dalton or any of those players anymore.
We'll start churning out all that draft content very soon, so stay tuned for that on our website at clnsmedia.com and on our YouTube channel at Patriots Press Pass.